Good evening and welcome to the Weekly News. I'm your host, Sam Newman. Tonight on the show, John Tungin from Relay for Life will be talking to us about what it takes to be a survivor. While you were all jamming to BIG on the beaches last week, AIG was the talk of the nation. After months of the government throwing money at the company like I throw money at strippers, the government now pretty much owns the entire company of AIG. AIG President Edward Liddy was under fire on Capitol Hill for approving bonuses totaling $165 million to those executives who ass-pounded American taxpayers without so much as a reach around.
And Americans are asking quite simply, why pay these people anything at all? Here's why. I'm trying desperately to prevent an uncontrolled collapse of that business.
Through this whole thing.
This is the only way to improve AIG's ability to pay taxpayers back quickly and completely, and the only way to avoid a systemic shock to the economy that the U.S. government help was meant to relieve.
Liddy went on to sell his snake oil on the 24-hour news networks. So how did it turn out?
First, about this report, about just as you are receiving billions in taxpayer dollars for a bailout, that there was a junket in Arizona where there were top executives caught on tape, $343,000 spent at this secret gathering where people were visiting the spa. Should that be happening?
That's not what did happen, Nora. In fact, the fact pattern is completely opposite from this. This was not AIG employees. It was for independent financial advisors. We do business with tens of thousands of those folks. You know, we thought there was a good chance that it would be received poorly. It certainly was. But, Larry, I'd really like just the opportunity to explain what it was. It was not an executive retreat. It was 150 independent financial planners. They're not AIG employees. They could sell any products they want, any of our competitors. The purpose of this is to do education and training. I understand that taxpayers are nervous. They look at a bailout and wonder, well, I'm not getting bailed out. Why should the company? If we could just talk about the bailout for a minute.
But members of Congress aren't buying it. They believe AIG needs to take responsibility.
They want.
Even Chuck Grassley got it. Oh. Even Chuck Grassley got in the mix, telling AIG how they should apologize to the American people.
They even will tell you they're coming back for some more. And they have the nerve.
He's just been tanning.
The nerve to grant some $503 million worth of bonuses. There's absolutely something wrong with that picture. And so I wonder, do you all...
Grassley told told AIG that they should be apologizing to the American people. And when asked, Senator Grassley decided not to retract his statements. All I can say is bravo, Senator, bravo. But the American public continues to fume over footing the bill for AIG's party. And after some higher-ups at AIG received death threats, many of the other bonus recipients are soiling themselves at congressional speculation that their names may be made public. One AIG exec has even quit his post and says he's donating his $742,000 bonus to charity, while others are leaving their homes in the Hamptons and heading over to Switzerland to empty out their Swiss bank accounts as soon as possible. But only after they stop at the Hung Low massage parlor for their weekly happy ending. Capitalism, $165 million. American public, $0. And though it might not seem like it, some within AIG actually realize they're a disgrace to humanity. And AIG's corporate security department recently advised all employees to avoid wearing any company apparel in public and to hide their badges when they're out of the office. I guess they're worried for their safety. And rightfully so. In fact, they've revamped their employee dress code and begun packing heat. Still, I think the logical resolution to all this is just to have the general public take ownership of every AIG employee. I mean, we should own them. We're paying their salaries, bonuses, and everything else. So from now on, here's the deal. AIG employees need to identify themselves in public, and they need to do whatever we say. If I want you to massage my feet right in the middle of the sidewalk, you do it with a smile on your face. And if I want you to take my ugly cousin out on a date, you bring your flowers and you pay for the meal. Well, I guess technically the American public would actually be paying for it.